This comment caught my attention, and it was something that I had missed in that Zoom training call put out by Monat addressing whether their ingredients had changed or not. Question: if being clean, natural, and non-toxic is so important, then why include unnecessary fragrances at all? If they are the most common source of allergen, I'm sure everyone wanting to have a baby one day will be happy to forego the pretty smell. Also, Lilial is still in Australian products as of 2024. There are pictures of bottles currently being sold to customers with it on the ingredients list. Australia hasn't banned it, so Monat is offloading old product to that market. So I went back to the video, and what I found was extremely concerning, and this is why I'm making this short video right now, to help get this word out, to help spread awareness, especially to anybody who has Monat products that still contain this ingredient. So you have Jim Singer, who holds some kind of position in Monat about product formulation or whatever, speaking with the CEO, Ray Urdaneta, and they do discuss this product, Lilial. Now, Jim Singer says he acknowledges these studies about it affecting fertility, and that they said it was a no-brainer to remove the ingredient, which is a fragrance ingredient. I'm going to play the clips, and you're going to be able to hear exactly what they say. That it's a no-brainer to remove this, that it's a fragrance, it's a masking agent, and that they, this was a no-brainer for them. However, it wasn't a no-brainer for them to put a recall on their products. You'll notice that the CEO, Ray Urdaneta, acknowledging that Lilial has been removed, that the FDA demanded that they did not carry this ingredient in their facility. They had no problem, quote unquote, depleting the products. So they continued to sell the products with this ingredient in it, knowing full well that it is linked to having affecting fertility. Now, who are the majority of the customers in Monat? Women. So before I just start this video, I do want to show you this article from EWG, Environmental Working Group. Lilial and fertility. EU bans toxic fragrance ingredient from personal care products. March 2nd, 2022, Washington. On March 1st, the European Union's ban of the fragrance ingredient Lilial went into effect. In 2020, the EU's European Commission classified Lilial as a reprotoxic, a chemical that adversely affects fertility and fetal development, ruling it cannot be considered safe. Now, this is also important to highlight because Ray Urdaneta, the CEO of Monat, says that Monat's hair care products are up to on par, equal with the European Union's standards. Lilial's use isn't limited to personal care products. It's also used as a fragrance ingredient in household cleaners and detergents, but the EU ban affects personal care products only. Now, in a company like Monat, you would think that knowing this affects fertility, it could be an extremely concerning issue for women. And their primary concern was just to get this ingredient out of their facilities to meet the FDA requirements, not to alert the women who are purchasing the shampoo as they deplete their stock just to get rid of it, that the products that they're using may adversely affect their fertility.
One example could be the Lilial, which is really no different than any other allergen that I've experienced. I mean, it's a very common fragrance ingredient. It has a nice floral scent. It functions as a fragrance, and it's a masking ingredient. But it's a known allergen, and as of March 1st, 2022, it was banned in the EU, Europe, due to animal studies showing possible link to infertility. So this, this was a no-brainer. You have to remove it. And so
they had to remove it from their products, from their facility, and yet this was not widely published, letting all their market partners know, something that many of them would, because they target a lot of women, a lot of market partners. The vast majority of participants in Monat are women. And do you think a memo went out about this, alerting them to the fact that the ingredient in their shampoo has been linked with problems with fertility? No. It was a no-brainer enough for Monat to remove the ingredients from their facility and their shampoo bottles, but it wasn't enough of a no-brainer to notify their own market partners about this.
On Lilial, it was banned a few years ago from Europe. We don't have it in any products in none of the markets. If you've seen some of the bottles, this is all stock of bottles.
How is this okay to say that is old stock in the bottles? Then why aren't you issuing a warning or a product recall to get this bottle out of the hands from women who don't know, who haven't been warned that Lilial is classified as a chemical that adversely affects fertility in fetal development?
Have the ingredient there. The FDA allow companies a certain amount of time to deplete inventory as long as we don't have the ingredients in the products. And
because Ray Urdanata's primary concern isn't about the health and well-being of his predominantly female sales force, who may be interested in having a family. His primary concern is getting rid of the products in the facility to meet with FDA requirements.
Jean Henningsen said earlier, we are a manufacturer. I mean, we're regulated our manufacturing plant by the FDA. So we have audits. They come, it's okay, you don't have that ingredients in the facilities, you're good. While you deplete.
And how about the health of your predominantly female workforce?